Hey there, everybody. Welcome. Our review of NCIS Season 18, Episode 11 is here. We got to see a lot of Gibbs. We had some very weird, out of just the ordinary moments. There is going to be a new impression that is debuting during this video.
Yep.
Brace yourselves accordingly.
All right.
What a weird episode this is. Like, I found some of it entertaining, but I'm not actually sure it moved the needle really anywhere.
It was a strange episode. It was strange.
All right, well, before we really get ourselves just fully immersed into strangeness, if you guys enjoy this video, subscribe. We have more discussions coming through the rest of this season. Hopefully, we will find out more about Gibbs' future at some point along the line here.
Also follow us over on Instagram, which is Matt and Jess TV. We had a really fun Easter this weekend, and there's a whole bunch of pictures up there of all the fun stuff we did. We painted eggs, we made lots of treats. There's lots of cool stuff over there.
And I am hungry now just thinking about it again. But, you know, okay, Gibbs, I think we got to start with Gibbs here and whatever in the world this guy is doing.
Yeah, it's very strange. He feels a lot like he's just, I don't know if it's just the weight of everything that he has sort of done in his career or felt like he's gotten away with is now starting to like barrel down on top of him, because for the past two episodes it's felt like he really wants to take responsibility for everything and he wants it all at once no matter what.
And it's interesting that it comes with this because, you know, yes, Gibbs clearly broke the rules in punching that terrible guy, but it's also, we've seen Gibbs do more than just this. Like, we've seen Gibbs do a number of things that are outside the lines over the years, and it's never really come about in this particular way, and I think some of it may be him wanting to take responsibility for everything at once. I think some of it may just be an emotional tailspin. I wish they were acknowledging more the impact of, you know, seeing Sloane leave and what happened to Emily FORNELL. Like, what are these two things doing to sort of put him in this place emotionally?
Yeah, because all of these events have ended up getting him to this point where he is suspended at home. He seems to be more than fine with it. He wants to, I guess, be punished in a way, take his responsibility. He feels that even though, you know, Vance has been like, oh, okay, you know, we're gonna suspend you, but really it's just a timeout so then you can come back. It's almost like Gibbs has figured it out and he's kind of like, no, I am going to actually be responsible for this. And if you're not really going to hold my feet to the fire, Marcy will. And she will make sure that everybody is held to the fire for this.
That part of it is interesting because we had kind of our substitute Vance in a way in this episode where Pam Dawber, who I don't think she's really done a lot of major roles in a long time, but
No.
she comes on this show. She, you know, finally gets to spend time with Mark Harmon on screen, and you know producers have been like banging down her door for years on end.
Yeah, I feel like they probably ask her every year if she wants to do an arc, and every year she's like, maybe next time. But now she's here. It was fun to see her on tonight's episode, and you know, it was good, but you know, did it sort of move things in a direction of like what is happening with Gibbs? Because he feels like he's just kind of a rudderless boat. Is he right there? That he doesn't really have direction on where he's going with this, and if he does, he's not sharing it really with anyone.
It is time for the NCIS tinfoil hat here, because when we were last on here talking about the idea of whether or not Gibbs could leave the show, you know, it was before Pam Dawber's casting was announced, and you know, we were very poo-pooing a lot of this idea, but you know,
Yeah.
Pam Dawber changes something, because the question, this is the reason I have this hat on, why did Pam Dawber say yes now? And to me, it's one of two things. It's either this role of Marcy is so incredible, and we know that there's more of it coming, that she couldn't say no to it, or it's the idea that Mark may not be long for this show, and she was like, well, I want to do this before my husband ends up departing the series.
Okay, listen, I'm not necessarily ringing the alarm bells here because every single year, all these rumors come out. Is Mark leaving? Whenever his contract is up for negotiation, it's okay, he's leaving. Is he leaving? Mark is sick, and none of it's ever true. However, it does make me a little bit worried that we're kind of on this storyline where Gibbs is not working right now. He didn't come back this episode. I thought by the end of this episode he would be back with the team. He is not. He is now talked to this reporter and spilled his guts of everything that is the truth, which could keep him off working for longer. I'm not sure what is going on here. And then you also bring in Pam, which again, yeah, she's probably been asked every single year. And the fact that she came back now, when these rumors are coming out that, you know, somebody might have talked to somebody who heard Mark maybe say that he might be only coming back for a handful of episodes next season. I'm saying it like that because, come on, it's like it's a source of a person who might have heard Mark say something. Like, who knows? That's why when I first heard it, I was like, all right, we'll see him next season. They'll drive a truck full of cash up to his house and we will see him again. And then it was announced that Pam was on, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I'm a little more nervous now.
I'm a little more nervous now, too. We'll always be honest with you guys. Most times I hear these rumors, and I'm like,
yeah.
I am a little more nervous now. And they also brought up the word retirement again.
Yeah. And he didn't really say no, did he?
No, he didn't say no. He didn't say yes, really. He was in his diner talking to the waitress who's giving him his coffee. And she was kind of like, see you here in the day. You know what's going on. Then maybe you're retired. So this is now another sort of we're not ringing the alarm.
Yeah, no.
But just a little something.
Yeah, and I think whatever is coming up, Marcy has to play a role in it just because it felt like if this was not Pam Dawber playing this role, let's just say this is insert, unnamed guest star A, this story could have actually been kind of over in this episode because she went to Gibbs, she convinced Gibbs to let her write this story, and then that was it. Like, there was not necessarily a clear path as to why she would be turning up again.
This is where we get into the slibs of it all, where I start to kind of get a little bit worried that they're bringing her in as sort of a love interest. And maybe that's just because they're married in real life and seeing them on screen is really fun. And, we just lost this sort of 3-year love arc, and Sloane's only been gone for like a couple of episodes. So if it's sort of, the end of the season's coming in, here's this new love interest, and then Gibbs is going to go off into the sunset building boats with Marcy, not satisfying for me.
The streamers have not even been taken down on Slib Street yet. Like, we can't start building up another party. And here's, I don't, this is just me, maybe it's me projecting. I don't think they're going in that direction. I have no actual evidence. I am just speaking from my heart.
No, I mean, I didn't feel like they were building this story of a romance. It felt like a building of a trust, and they did a good job with that.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see where that goes. Like, I will say that it was weird not having Gibbs involved in the case of the week stuff.
It was also kind of weird not having the team really that involved. And while I know they forced themselves to be involved, it was so weird having other agents were really on this case.
Whoa. Are you saying that it is me, Agent Sawyer?
Who are you?
I am here to talk about how awesome I am. I am on the A-team. I'm going to take off the glasses and look really, look how impressive I am. This guy, okay, let me...
Every Sawyer, why does every TV Sawyer have to be kind of a jerk? Because on Lost, Sawyer was kind of a jerk there too.
Listen, it's because our elaborate features are strong. Okay, this guy sucks, and yet at the same time, I gotta admit, like, I really enjoyed hating him.
I also really liked that even though the team was like, we have a gut feeling, and, we're finding some stuff, I liked that they didn't make Sawyer and Tyler end up being kind of just idiot agents that didn't know anything, and they didn't find any stuff out themselves, that it sort of was a reminder that there are other people that work there. There are other agents that are capable as well, and that it ended up being a team. Our team had some stuff, they had some stuff.
Was this episode entitled Gut Punch? Because that's what a lot of people wanted to do to Sawyer during this episode.
Sawyer just feels like a character. Yes, he came across as kind of a jerk, as lots of TV Sawyers seem to.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he was pretty smart. He figured some stuff out, and, maybe we'll see them again.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if we do, to sort of see exactly what that turns into. I do like that. McGee and Bishop and Torres, they found a way to make some stuff work. I think my favorite sort of silly moment was when they sort of attached Palmer as some sort of string along operative for them so that he could stall the other agents.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, they always find these good little uses for Jimmy, and it seems like they're probably not going to be shelving Bishop and Torres and McGee for that long.
No, but it was kind of interesting that we've gone from these heavy, intense episodes to this episode, because this feels a lot more, even though Gibbs wasn't involved and stuff like that, this feels more of sort of this is a case of the week sort of thing, which is what this show is. But a lot of this season has not been. There's been the whole FORNELL, Emily arc. There's been, some really big moments that have happened, like with Jimmy's wife, with Emily dying, with Sloane leaving, that it has actually felt a lot more serialized than normal.
It did feel a lot more like a standard NCIS episode. Maybe some people wanted that, but then at the same time, it's also it's a standard NCIS episode where Gibbs is over here, and it's just it felt
a bit disjointed. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you guys. There was stuff that I enjoyed about it, but for the most part, I was just sitting through the episode wanting the team to be back together again, and especially if this is sort of coming to the end of everything that's going on with Gibbs, if, I don't want him to be sitting at home building his boat. I want him to be with the team. Yeah. I want to have my last sort of hurrah with him. And hopefully CBS is just gathering, piles of money to bring over to his house to just, keep him there, get us to season 20 with the whole team, and then wrap it up.
Okay. There's two things Gibbs related I missed especially in this episode. Number one, no offense to Agent Tyler, but her saying grab your gear was not anywhere near as satisfying for me. Number two, I missed the relentless update. He just responds to that, to everything anybody says all episode. I want grouchy Gibbs in the field being grouchy again.
It was cool seeing him use his pocket knife to cut up the meat for his dog. I know that we've seen him do kind of stuff with that knife before, but it reminds me of my friend's dad who does exactly that. Not only though with his animals, but with everybody. He'll whip out that pocket knife and start this. He reminds me of Gibbs.
It was a fun enough episode for what it was. I will say this though, as one last comment. If you were at a diner known for pie, don't get the chicken fried steak. Get the pie. You stuff your face with that. I'm right. I'm done. Okay. What do you guys think about this episode? Thumbs up or thumbs down on these other agents? How long do you think Gibbs is going to be gone from the team? Share in the comments, give us a like, subscribe, and if you want to support us more, check those links. We have the store, our Patreon. We'll see you here next time.